Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivardhari. Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari. Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 16, the divine and demonic natures, verse number 21. Trividham narakeshyadam varam nashanam atmanaha kama krodhastatha lobhas kama krodhastatha lobhas tasmade tatrayam tyaje.
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभात् तस्मात् एतत्त्रयं त्यजेत् त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजे त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजे त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजे त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजे
Word to word meaning. Trividham, of three kinds. Narakasya, of hell. Idam, this. Dvaram, gate. Nashanam, destructive. Atmanaha, of the self. Kamaha, lust. Krodhaha, anger. Tatha, as well as. Lobhaha, greed. Tasmat, therefore. Etat, this. Trayam, three. Tyajet, one must give up. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Purport. The beginning of demonic life is described herein. One tries to satisfy his lust, and when he cannot, anger and greed arise. A sane man who does not want to glide down to the species of demonic life must try to give up these three enemies, which can kill the self to such an extent that there will be no possibility of liberation from this material entanglement. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamhayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Tivase Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So on the way, while I was coming to the temple, I saw two people fighting among themselves. One was saying, "You said you will be dropping in the temple. Is this the temple location? Temple is there and you have dropped us here." And he said, "No, I said here only, near temple. I didn't say temple." And they both were fighting, like arguing like anything. So this guy, instead of taking next savari or like next passenger, he was busy in arguing with him to justify that he is right. And this guy, instead of going to the darshan, he was fighting that you did wrong. I didn't get the worth I paid. And between one man goes, and he was hearing temple, and he says, yes, temple jana chahiye. You should go to temple. He has nothing to do with the discussion, but he just commented. And he was happy while saying, and these two people like, what to do now? So we can see the scenario like how when one is like engaged in one's own sense gratification by getting affected by different qualities as mentioned here, lust, anger and greed, how he just quarrels and takes action which has no meaning, which has no worth. And one who is not affected by this, he just happy and says, oh, we should go to temple. He said the right thing, we should go to temple. That's the whole discussion going on. So, Sri Krishna here in this chapter, from the start, he is explaining the qualities of divine personalities and demonic personalities. So, when we hear demonic quality, we say, oh, this is not me, this is my neighbor. I am divine person because I am having divine clothing, I have a divine initiation, I am chanting a divine name, I am going to temple every day. Everything is transcendental. But the reality is, yes, everything is transcendental except me. Yes, everything is transcendental, but are we transcendental? Have we developed these qualities? Are we not getting affected by lust, anger and greed? Because these things are subtle. They manifest grossly, but we have to work on that very in a subtle level. It means we have to be more Krishna conscious to catch them, that we are affected by lust and anger and greed, because it's difficult for us by our own endeavor to catch them. That's why we need devotee association to let you know where are you going wrong. Just like Mahaprasadam is very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. Like you get so much mercy. But taking more quota than which is dedicated to you and not worrying about other devotees, that's wrong. Because that is greed. Because you are trying to satisfy your senses. Okay, now if you're stealing to distribute, that's another thing. Krishna was stealing, but he was distributing, right? So if you're stealing, but if you're distributing to devotees, that's another thing. But if you're just engaged in your own sense gratification, then that's called greed. So Krishna says these three qualities will open the gate for hell. So hell exists, right? Krishna is saying here, hell exists. And I put them personally. Krishna is saying in the 19th verse, yeah, Asurim eva yonishu. So I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence into various demonic species. I cast them into these species where they will never come back. It will be difficult for them to come back. So this statement we can understand in various perspectives. But before going into that, we understand more about these three qualities. Srila Prabhupada in his purport mentions that when one tries to satisfy his lust, what happens? He gives birth to two entities, anger and greed. How? If his lust is satisfied, what will happen? He'll develop greed more. If his lust, his intense desire for sense enjoyment is checked, is like obstructed, what happens? Anger. If my desires are satisfied and his desire is not satisfied, what develops? Pride. If my desire is not satisfied, his desire is satisfied, I develop envy. So the root for all these qualities is lust. Any intense desire for sense enjoyment is called lust. So they are the real enemy that one can have in one's life, and it's interesting, they are with you always, 24 hours. They are with you because it's there within you as your existence, bodily existence. This material body has all the qualities: lust, anger, greed. It's up to us how we identify with it. If we think, if we understand, if we realize that I'm not this body, we won't be affected by the the vague that will come within us to satisfy our lust, yeah, react during situation, get angry, yeah, develop greed. It's up to us. But if we are not Krishna conscious, then we'll be definitely bodily conscious, and then we will be engaged in the satisfaction of all these desires. So that's why the first basic principle is to understand I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. So it's interesting that we come to spiritual life, yeah, and we want to dedicate a spiritual life, our whole existence, and we take initiation, we commit the vows, and then we think now I'm a pure devotee. And then you get checked by your different desires, which all of a sudden gets manifested. When I took initiation, when I promised the 4 vows, it was not there. Now it's there, it's troubling me, it's harassing me like anything. Then what to do? One devotee, when he came to New Bhakta, he said, Prabhuji, before I came to New Bhakta, I was thinking that I have all the good qualities. But now after coming to New Bhakta, after practicing, I think I have so much envy within me. I have so much anger within me. Like, what has happened? I'm chanting, but still these things are like there. It's coming now. So the speaker said, oh no, it was already there. Now you are conscious of it. Before you were not conscious of it. So when we chant Hare Krishna, Chetu Darpana Marj, we see what's the reality within us. We are not in illusion, oh, I am a pure devotee. We are checked. Devotees check us. They grind us. They cut our ego. And if we have to follow the sadachar, the Vaishnava etiquette, then we will not commit offense. But if we don't care about the etiquettes, we don't care about the principles, then who are you to tell me? And then we start commit offenses, and then we again degrade into the lower practice, and then we leave bhakti. So that's why Krishna consciousness means to be conscious. What is happening within you now inside? Are you getting purified? Are you developing positive qualities like the divine qualities? Or are you still attached or entangled with the lower qualities? So that's why in service you get pushed, you get shoved by different situations, and this purifies us because we tolerate, we endeavor, we don't get attached to the result, we just dedicate, we don't hanker for fame, recognition for the service. If we do it with proper attitude, we get purified. But if the same service we do with an attitude to have position, to have influence, then we are still entangled in sense gratification. Although the form is so-called devotional, but internally it's all about yourself. It's all about yourself. That's why you have to check your attitude, what attitude you are doing while doing this service. Oh, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Okay, you know how many Sakshi Mala I have? 64. To show that I'm chanting 64 rounds. How many you are having? Only 16. Make a show that I'm chanting 16 rounds or I'm chanting 64 rounds, and to demotivate the other person. If that's the intention, it's not a good intention. It's not a purifying intention. It means you are envy of the person, because if you are well-wish of the person, you will inspire him to chant 64 rounds. You won't criticize him or demoralize him or like make him feel inferior. You will inspire him. So that's the whole thing, that we should bhairartha manan. We should not be just like get bewildered by the external. We have to see the internal also, what's happening within us. We have to work on that, and anartha nivritti, that's the stage we go in the internal process. What's happening within us. And when that is like we are rid of those anarthas, unwanted things, lust, anger, greed, desire, right? And nam, like recognition for me, puja, pratishta, like worshipping me, like I'm the well-wisher. When we are getting rid of those things, then we can be fixed in devotional service. Fixed means we have full faith that by taking shelter of devotional service, I will be delivered. That means nishtha. Krishna Bhakti Kela Sarva Karya Siddha Hoy. that by doing devotional service, everything will be perfect. This faith, when one is very firm, that is Nishtha. But those who are following the process, they will come to that stage. Those who are not following, those are in their own bubble of Krishna consciousness. For them, it will be a long journey. So that's why to practice we need association. And that's why the whole purpose of having such beautiful arrangement, beautiful temple, having nice darshan, decoration, everything was the whole aim. The devotees come together, they chant, they do service, they hear about Krishna. There will be some fight, there will be misunderstanding. Okay, they work among themselves. Because what's happening, it's not like these two people are fighting, their modes are fighting. Actually, these two personalities, they were fighting over a small issue that you didn't drop me at the location. These in reality are not fighting, their modes are fighting. One is greedy and one is having all the anger. So they are fighting. So that's why we need to understand that we are not this body, we are soul, and we have to act on that level, which is only possible in bhakti. There is no other way. So it's mentioned that all these demonic qualities, they are rooted in lust. So having desire is the nature of the soul. To desire, it means you are alive. When you don't have desire, you are a stone. It means you are dead. But desiring for yourself by becoming independent, but not recognizing that Krishna is the provider, Krishna is the maintainer, Krishna is the one who needs to be satisfied. Bhoktaram yagatapasam sarva loka maheshwaram. That is Krishna. And then, suridam sarva bhutanam. He is your well-wisher. And then, when one knows this, then shanti prachati. Then one can achieve peace in his life. So, we are meant to have desire. But as our consciential position, our desire needs to be dovetailed to please Krishna. That's the purifying desire. That's a pure desire. Any other desire except this is kama, is lust. If you don't have desire to please Krishna, satisfy Krishna, all other desires are kama. It's mentioned Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's like, if you try to please Krishna, that's love, that's prema. If you try to please yourself, your senses, that's kama. This is the, the principle that we need to understand. So now we have to analyze our own day, that how much I'm doing for Krishna and how much I'm doing for myself. Or even if I'm doing, am I following the authority? If you don't have any authority, it means you are following your own karma, your own mind, because you don't like to follow. You want to do as per your own willing. So Prabhupada says in one lecture that to like and dislike, this is sense gratification. Oh, I like this, I don't like this. This is sense gratification. When you are given an instruction, even though you don't like it, you have to follow it. When you follow it, that means you are, transcendental sense gratification. Otherwise, you are still Srishwami Kama. No, Prabhuji, I want this. Oh, give me this. Because everything is Krishna's energy and it can be, engage in Krishna's pleasure. But we try to do it in our own way, not a way which is decided by Krishna, by the system he has established in authority level, and we want to act independently and we think we will get purified. No. As long as we don't follow authorities, we don't practice spiritual life under shelter of devotees, we cannot get purified. Because our desires will be checked when we follow authorities. It will be checked again and again, and then you have to tolerate that. You have to accept that. And if you do that, it means you are detached from your own satisfaction. You are just only worried about one thing, satisfying Krishna. And this is what we need to develop. So you can have these qualities, lust, anger, greed, even though you have a divine nature. So we see in the pastime of Nala and Kuvera. This is, can he name hai na? Nala Kuber? Huh? Nala Kuvera. So they were sons of Kubera. Manigriva. Huh? Nal Kuvera. Nal Kuvera and Manigriva. These two brothers were sons of Kuvera and they were demigods practically, right? but they were affected by lust. They are so intoxicated because they have a lot of wealth. Kuvira means he's a Khadanchi of the demigods, lot of wealth. So they were intoxicated, having enjoyment in Kailash, the beautiful garden near Mother Ganga. And they were so much intoxicated, they entered in Ganga naked and tried to enjoy with all these beautiful girls. And then Narad Muni was passing by. And these two were so intoxicated, they were not even aware that Narad Muni is standing there. They were so much lost in enjoyment. These girls, they ran away, they tried to cover themselves, and they saw Narad Muni, but these two boys were shamelessly standing naked in front of a great sage. So even though divine, but still affected by lower qualities. Because three modes are everywhere. It's not like it's there in this world, it's there in the spiritual, in the heavenly world also. So they got affected, and the Namri thought, like, what is this? So he cursed them. Just like Krishna is cursing those who are developing these human qualities, what will I do? I'll put them in lower species. So in one place you are saying Krishna is our well-wisher, and another in here Krishna is putting us in a very abominable situation. What is this? This is duality. This is like contradiction. If he is our well-wisher, why is he punishing us? So by this pastime of Manigriva and Nalakuvira, we can understand that how Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and his followers are our real well-wisher. Prabhupada gives one analogy when a mother was beating his younger child like anything heavily, and the child was crying. Like if somebody just see this sin getting beaten up by the mother, you will say this mother is like a witch. She is heartless, beating the child. But if one knows the situation, so what happened? His elder brother was sick and he had fever. And in fever, you don't eat. Actually, you fast. You don't try to engage your stomach in digesting heavy stuff. So this young boy was getting paratha and he thought, my young elder brother is hungry from so many days. My mother is not giving him anything. This demonic doctor is saying no eating. And he's my brother. I should help him. So what he did, he gave him a paratha. And when the mother came to know, she started slapping left and right to this small boy. Why? Because if you eat such heavy ghee stuff when you are sick, you might die. So she was punishing, but for his own rectification, not out of anger or after like her own personal greed, nothing. Just to rectify that person. Similarly, we see that Narad Muni curses these two personalities, although they are divine, but they are cursed. What they are cursed? To take birth in lower species. No enjoyment now. And he is cursing them in such a way that even though you will be in a tree body, you are not so much conscious of pain or torture, because you have to stand in sun, you have to stand in rainy season and winter naked. So they were so much addicted to be naked, okay, you become a tree now. But you will be having a blessing or a curse, you can say, that you will be conscious of all the torture that you are going through. And that's why Arjuna tree. And you will be delivered. You will be delivered. Because now you are attracted to so much sense enjoyment, only Krishna can deliver you. When you have darshan of Krishna, all this desire for sense enjoyment will be nullified, will be diminished. Same way like Ramanujacharya, he delivered the wrestler, was so much attracted to this woman, was so enchanting to him. So he was carrying umbrella for this girl, or wherever she was going, no sun should touch her soft face, something like that. Ramanuja said, his life, he's wasting his life. He told him, you think this is beauty? If you want to see beauty, come tomorrow in the morning for darshanati at the temple. What I will see? You will see a beauty which you have never seen. And he brings him to temple, and when he takes the darshan of the Lord, he gets so enchanted, he forgets the fake beauty, the false beauty. Same way, Narada Muni is helping these two brothers by giving them heavy punishment of lower species, but giving him a boon that they will be having darshan of the Lord, and by having darshan of the Lord, all their nasty desires will be finished. will be finished. And they will be conscious what they are going through. They will be repenting. They won't repeat these mistakes. That's why they are given a harsher treatment. So, sages and Krishna, they give punishment with responsibility. They take responsibility of the person. We curse, you are rascal, you are nonsense. But we don't take responsibility. Just want to curse them. But no, sages don't do like that. Sadhu, they don't do like that. They help the person. They are concerned about the person. That's why they curse them. It's not a curse because they are well-wisher. So, irdam sarva bhutanam. They will rectify them, just like the mother is rectifying his younger child so that he learns this lesson, he never repeats for himself or in the future. Similarly, Krishna also rectifies and put them in lower speech so that they learn the lesson. He's not their enemy, he's their friend. We think that he's our enemy, but no, he's our real friend. So this pasham is very beautiful, and when Krishna was doing his, stealing pastime, then he got tied to the, what do you say? English में क्या word है उसका? He was tied to what? But what we call that? Huh? No, English was the word for this. Where was Krishna tied by Mother Yashoda? English में क्या है? Guiding motor, ठीक है, guiding motor, yeah. So ठीक है, he was tied to that, and Krishna saw, okay, these two are standing, and he remembered Narad Muni promised that I should give them darshan. So due to Narad Muni, I am giving them darshan. Not because they suffered for so many years, they repented for so many years. Krishna gave them darshan. No, because Narad Muni wanted that, Krishna gave them the darshan. That we need to understand. That's why it's so important to follow authorities. So important to take shelter of spiritual master and authorities. That then only then we can attract mercy of Krishna. By our own endeavor, we cannot. What's our purity of our chanting? What's our purity of our practice of regulatory principles? What's the purity of our intention while serving? We don't have pure intentions. We are working on it, but we don't have that. Only by mercy we can do that. That's why we can be Kripa Siddha. Sadhana Siddha, I don't know, in Kali Yuga. It's so difficult. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. We can make a show, but no. In reality, we are struggling. That's why we need to be honest with ourselves and see we are in a very fallen condition. So like Rupa Goswami, they went to Mahaprabhu and said, we are more fallen than Jagai and Madai. These are Brahmanas, huge scholars, and they say we are more fallen. Why? Because now as we are fallen more than Jagai and Madai, our right to your mercy is first. We have more right to have your mercy. So similarly, we need to be honest with ourselves. We are more fallen. We should be only sincere with one thing, that I need to be purified. If you have that pure desire that, okay, I'm struggling, I'm going up and down with my sadhana, it's happening, but I really want to change. I really want to develop devotional qualities. If we are sincere in that, then we will be delivered. Although, if you might be doing many big things, but if your sincerity is not there, attitude is not proper, then you won't be helped by Krishna. So that's why Sharanagati is so much important to attract mercy of Krishna. Sharanagati of instruction of spiritual master, so much important to attract mercy of Krishna. And this is only our shelter. That's why the basic two principles of devotional service is Guru Padashraya, taking shelter of Guru, who has dedicated his whole life in serving Krishna. So this is the only way, and the whole purpose of this institution is to give this facility to follow instructions, to serve among each other. That's why we have personalities from different countries, like we have from Russia, we have from South Africa, we have from Europe, we have from so many different places. And all together they are serving. The accent is different, their way of brought up is different, but still they're serving together. Why? Because Krishna is in center. So there is no differences, because their whole intention is to serve Krishna. The conflict arises when their intention changes. Just like we hear a nice story, moral story, like there is one branch which is helping to cross river from one side to another, and two goats, they come together. And both are not like agreeing to go back. Oh, I am right, I am right, I am right, I should go, I should go. And they're starting fighting and both down. Another case, one goat is there, another goat is there, and he said, okay, even though one is like, I want to go. He said, okay, you go first. You go first, okay. Then both were saved. Both were saved. That's why if our intention is to serve Krishna, please Krishna, then we won't have any conflict. We have conflict only because we have dual intention. Because Krishna is the one who is controlling everything. We think I am right and this guy is a rascal, he's a nonsense. It means you are judging them. How can he do that? Oh, he's doing that because Krishna is allowing that. So you should pray to Krishna, depend on Krishna. When the devotees, the friends of Krishna were in trouble, what did they do? They pray to Krishna. Even they want to eat fruit, they pray to Krishna. Oh, we want tamal fruit, Krishna. Please take us there. So, tal fruit they wanted to eat. So, this is what we have to need to understand. We need to be conscious that we are nothing and we cannot do anything without help of Krishna. Once we realize that and we are acting on that, then we can be so much happy, so much peaceful, so much merciful also. Because now people are not merciful. They are just worried about themselves. I was reading this pastime of Narada Muni cursing them. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that a person in the material world, when favored by the material opulences of riches, generally become addicted to three things: intoxication, sex, and gambling. Materially opulent man, being puffed up with the accumulation of wealth, also becomes so merciless that they indulge in killing animals by opening slaughterhouses. Because they don't care about others. So I was thinking about that. In the morning we were discussing that. If you have seen Discovery, in South Africa, you see so much forest is there, so much green is there. But in summer, it's very ulta. It's so dry that these animals, they migrate from one place to another. If you see, so many birds are coming from Afghanistan, so many other places to India during particular season. They migrate so many kilometers. Why? Because this place is not favorable and there is some other place which is favorable for their existence. And how many kilometers they travel? 100 kilometers. They can travel up to 100 kilometers. Usually when there is everything in abundance, they travel only 2 to 8 kilometers. But when there is nothing, they have to travel huge kilometers. Then I was seeing that even cows, they used to also travel 50 kilometers. So they can get grass. And not only they used to travel, their cowherd men used to also travel 50 kilometers. So they can also do one thing, okay, let me cut the grass from that place where they have grass and bring it here. But they know the science that if you destroy vegetation there by taking everything and putting it here, you are not helping this place also and you are destroying another place also. You are degrading both the place. So for maintenance, they need to travel there for grazing. This is how they used to do. But now, if I tell Gwala, Baba, you have to go 50 kilometers, my comfort. So what will happen? I'll tie the cow in the goat shed, tie her, she can not go anywhere. I'll bring her green grass and feed her. Because I don't want inconvenience for myself and I'm only worried about my convenience, so I change the whole principle. It's like when I come from this Chaitanya Vihar, I see there's one place where water tanks are filled, water tanker. So there is no water in many places in Vrindavan. So they take it from another place. Whenever I go, there is one tractor always standing there. And huge quantity of water going into that. So what are doing? They're distributing water everywhere, but this ground level will go zero. These people don't want to change and they are degrading another place also. Why? Because I don't want inconvenience for myself. And I will do anything to everyone, every species for my convenience. And we take this is I am serving them. Krishna used to take his cows and calves kilometers in the forest. You hear that? He's performing pastime in Bahulavan, he's performing pastime there, he's performing pastime there. How it's happening? He used to walk with them. Now, who is walking? So our own inconvenience, we have changed the principle of service and we say this is the way to serve. No, this is not the way to serve. Shastra is saying how to serve. You cannot confine them. You have to put them on land. This is just like in the morning we were in a Goshala, we saw that there are no cows there because they are cleaning the cow dung. And it's so much endeavor. I have to put 5 men to clean a place. If they are on the land, what happens? Everything goes on the land. The land gets the benefit. Cow gets to roam around. They have a huge strong foot to go around, right? And they are happy. And instead of our own inconvenience, we are creating more inconvenience for ourselves. Our costing of labor is more. Everything is more. Because we are not following Krishna's principle. We are following our own principle for our own convenience. And that's why we don't care about killing animals also. We are killing animals by torturing them, by not being conscious how they are feeling. We don't care about what's happening to the soil because who cares? We don't care about rivers also. Yeah, few days back, I was giving a comparison like nowadays we are so advanced. Previously in villages, like myself also when I was in village, we used to travel for our daily morning thing. And we used to go on the land, then we used to go to take bath outside. Now, just for our own convenience, we have a bathroom next to the bedroom. We have a flush system where we use water which we get by purchasing to clear out our nonsense. For any small thing, you just flush 10 liters of water goes in one go. 10 to 15 liters of water. And for everything, how many times we are flushing? 10 times, like 150 liters per person every day. So lakhs of water is just wasted for something. And where this goes? Into the river. So this is our advancement. That's why by understanding the principle of Krishna consciousness, we can understand we need to be conscious about welfare of other living beings also. They also have a right to exist. Only we don't have the right to exist. They also have the right to exist. They also have a right to express themselves. So that's why it's very important to work on the inside and then we can see, otherwise we can just go on like this and our heart won't change. Our heart will be just like a stone which is like not changing at all. So we have to work on that and with a sincere attitude we can do that. With the ulterior motive we cannot expect purification of the heart. Only by sincere attitude. That's why Srila Prabhupada says in Nectar of Instruction, the advancement of the Krishna conscious follower depends on his attitude. What his attitude is, only then he can expect. Otherwise, no result. No result. Okay, so thank you. Any questions or any comment we can take? We have 3-4 minutes. Yes, bro. To maintain the cleanliness of what? So it was good. Yeah. Who said less people are said? You hear Krishna book and see lakhs of souls, millions of soldiers are standing outside Dwarka. How it's possible? This is a misconception that population was less before and now it's more. Population is always the same. The land is not giving you the sufficient thing because you are depending on one land, but there is another land. Just like Prabhupada says, why are you depending on one land? Australia has so much land, it can give you, but we are not utilizing it. So there is no scarcity of food any moment. Population, Krishna is a maintainer. How he will maintain in an incorrect way? He knows how many souls to send, how much food to send. These big businessmen, they're creating this mentality, this new that there is scarcity. And I am providing food. How? By taking from here and giving there. That's their mindset, to have their own agenda. Because they cannot enter poor country. First thing, they label the country as poor. These countries, they have gold, like South Africa, they have gold, they have all the natural fruits, they have everything, but they just don't know how to do business out of it. And to have access to it, they go there, oh, these are poor people, they have so many diseases. They have no disease. They have no disease, nothing. Just go there and they make a propaganda and do their business. Control of the mines, control of the fruits, and nothing for the local. In South Africa, when devotees were doing Rath Yatra, in South Africa, there is a lot of nice pineapples. They have pineapples in South Africa. And when devotees, they went to one house where they were very poor. He gave them what? Pineapple. And they were so happy that they have received God or what. It's grown in their own country, but they don't have access to it. That's the situation. So there is no scarcity, Mataji. It's only an agenda to make you feel that there is scarcity. So, yes, people can go on land. If you go in Australia, they don't have water. That's why they have dry toilets there. All the designs in Australia is based on water saving. We are still have to learn the lesson. We need to save water. Like so stupid, just to get rid of your natural stuff that you comes in the morning, you waste 100 liters of water. And precious water. It's so stupid. So that's why we need to work on our consciousness and we have to change the lifestyle. Otherwise, we are going the wrong direction. We all are going the wrong direction. So how it will happen when devotees think that there is something more important than living a so-called luxurious lifestyle. There is something more important than that. Prabhupada is saying that many sages, they live on the banks of Yamuna ji or Ganga ji. They get up in the morning, do their stuff nearby in the bushes, go take bath, sit and chant whole day. Simple. If they ask us what will happen, we will go mad. Let us do something. So that's why Prabhupada says, okay, you want to do something? Then preach about Krishna. Because the whole aim is to remember Krishna, right? So chanting helps you to remember if you chant consciously. But if you are not able to chant at one place, okay, you go around and you speak about Krishna. Because when you have to speak about Krishna, you have to be conscious about Krishna. You have to speak from Bhagavad Gita only. You cannot speak your own Gita. Oh, I'm speaking my own Gita. No, you have to speak from Bhagavad Gita. So that's the whole aim. To simplify your life so that you can get more time for Krishna conscious practice. Because you have to understand, we need to dedicate some time for purification. We cannot expect chamatkar in one day. I'll do my own stuff and one day I'll be purified. It won't happen. You have to put yourself in the fire of devotional service. And you have to give that time. So now you have this human birth. I don't know how much time we have. So immediately you have to give that time. We cannot wait for next birth or next phase of our life. Oh, in old age I will give. Immediately. And the more we give, the more we get purified. So Srila Prabhupada says, give this one life to me. He requested everyone, just give this one life to my teachings. I promise you won't be having any failure. So this is what we have to do. But it's so difficult because we are so conditioned in a wrong way that we cannot take that step. That's why we need to associate with people who have taken that step, who are going in that direction. With that help, we can help ourselves. It's mentioned here that they are destroying themselves, right? Degradation of the soul, atmaha, like they're killing themselves. Those people in ignorance, they are killing themselves. They're not worried about themselves. How will they worry about other species? The world and everything. It's going in chaos. So Kali Yuga is meant to happen. It's meant to go in that direction, but we should not be part of Kali Yuga. We need to be part of the Sankirtan movement, participate in that, spend your life in that, and khatam. Simple. Simple. You have to just dedicate our time here, and everything else will be taken care of. But we are dedicating our time to fulfill our own desires, and that's why we are not happy. So let's try to fulfill Krishna's desire, Srila Prabhupada's desire, and that will really make us happy. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. ले लो भाई, मैं गायब हो जाएगा.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.